Hey everybody, just reached 100 subscribers. Really pumped. Me and Rob are doing a bit of a sweepstakes, bit of a giveaway available to all our worldwide subscribers. All you have to do is be subscribed, leave a like on the video, and put a comment on one of our videos explaining which one of our videos you like the most and which one you want us to see in the future. We'll be giving away one Crucible of War playmat, as you can see in my screen, and Rob will be giving away two cold foils.
One cold foil Kodachi promo and one Romping Club cold foil promo as well.
Thanks everyone for watching. Hello everybody and welcome to a Spark of Genius production featuring commentating. Yes, you heard me correct. This will be our first commentating video with myself and Rob, my co-caster, co-commentator, co-compatriot, and whatever you want to add on there. That's got to be on like a sticker or a shirt or something. And so this will be our first recording, and it'll be between Yuki Bender on the right playing Lexi and Oliver Chen on the left playing Briar. The reason we decided to commentate a game between them is that there are no current VODs of the Canadian Nationals event for the CC event. Oliver did end up top 8 because he had to go to his flight, and so he actually just conceded before it started. And didn't actually end up playing his top 8 matchups. Yuki ended up winning the entire event anyways. And so in the brackets, Oliver actually stayed and won his next 2 matches. The finals would have actually been Yuki versus Oliver. And it's not super off because Yuki actually just played 3 Briars in top 8. So honestly, it's a pretty similar matchup to what you could have easily seen. So we've decided to bring the viewers who, a lot of them have been wanting to actually see some kind of VOD or some kind of anything from Canadian Nationals. So we've decided to commentate them ourselves. A little bit of an alternate history here. And so with that, you'll see the game state has started a little bit. What has happened so far is Oliver on our left has gone first in the actual event, since Yuki is actually, I don't know what, I think Oliver was actually higher seed than Yuki, because I think Yuki was seed 7 and Oliver was seed 4 or 5. So actually Oliver would get to pick who goes first or second, whereas I think here he just ended up winning the role, so this is kind of convenient for us. And so he chose to go first. He did play an Arcanic Shockwave fusing with a Ball Lightning. Yuki is not running any Arcane Barriers. She is running New Horizon, Final Spring Tunic, Shock Charmers, and Perch Grappler, so no Arcane Barrier to block. She does have Spell Void too, but breaking your Charmers this early,
it's a bit rough.
Or in general, pretty bad. So she did end up taking the 1, and that is why Oliver has an embodiment token, and now she's deciding on the physical block for the Arcanic Shockwave. It is important to note, it is important to note, I think, because of the All Lightning Fuse on Yuki's side, it is, actually you could just start the video here. I could just say this.
You can just talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, as Yuki here, I'm sitting here and thinking, okay, he fused with Ball Lightning. He definitely doesn't have another Lightning card in his hand, because why would you not just Ball Lightning, Arcanic Shockwave, fuse, and then you're doing 2 Arcane?
Fair enough, exactly.
And so it's pretty safe to say that he probably doesn't have another Lightning card in his hands. Could be a Lightning Press that he didn't want to reveal. I still don't think that'd be the right play in that particular situation. It looks like Yuki's only blocking 3, so it might be a yellow Shockwave.
Yeah, we'll see if she takes damage here. But you're right.
That would be like my assumption. I would be very surprised if like he had like a Lightning Surge and ended up like not just playing out the Ball Lightning and fusing like a Lightning Surge. She is only blocking with the Blizzard Bolt, so I'm assuming it's probably 3. Oliver is probably rethinking life decisions that he now realized that that Lightning Surge is a Lightning card.
We'll give him more credit than that, I think.
We will. He did top 8. Wasn't an easy feat for
These
sure.
are both
so
top Canadian players here, so I think we're in for
one
quite
of them
a game.
One of them is the toppest. That's not a word, but it's going to be a word for this one. The toppest of the top. The BC players actually train on the Rockies, so they actually train at very high altitudes.
Just increase the oxygen capacity once they get back to the ground.
Exactly. Okay, so it looks like
she did take the 1. So it was a red Arcanic here.
So she did block 3 and take 1.
There we go. Okay.
This is actually quite nice for Oliver because he starts with 2 embodiments. He's probably going to be arsenaling. I imagine he's actually arsenaling that Ball Lightning because it doesn't block.
Fair enough,
That would be my assumption.
And it's a great card you can just play from Arsenal, right? There's no conditions. It's a great starting card too, so you just have it down there, just pop it out. No problem arsenaling that.
Especially if you end up drawing a Sting or you end up drawing something else that like
That
buffs
combo is
Arcane.
insanely well with it. Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So that would be quite nice. So I definitely
Okay.
do like that. Yuki going to be starting off here with a Weave
Oh,
Ice.
okay. Yeah.
She did end up putting a Sleep Dart in her arsenal. Sleep Dart is not a elemental, so
Will
Lexi
not
wouldn't.
trigger Lex's ability here.
I also don't think she activated Voltaire on Oliver's turn, so oh, maybe she did. I'm not actually sure. Looks like that's a
I think
three
she
of a
might. I think
kind.
she pitched a lunging, not lunging press, a lightning
A
press. I'm
lightning
sorry,
press.
to
Okay.
use Voltaire on his
Okay,
turn.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay,
Yeah.
so she did reveal it to get the other arsenal slot. Doesn't really matter in the moment, but she did play a Weave Ice and then a three of a kind. So she played the Weave Ice here because three of a kind means you can only play out of the arsenal. Of course, you can't arsenal and play Weave Ice.
Yeah.
She will be launching a Frost
Frost
Lock,
lock.
which is a
Exactly.
majestic that she fused, and because of the Weave Ice, that Frost Lock has Dominate, and
Yeah.
so that's going to be coming in for 6. Thank you, Yuki, for
I
the
like
dice.
the dice
Appreciate it. No,
placement.
8.
Yes. Yeah.
That's 8. So it's going to be I
Right.
believe
8
Voltaire
dominated.
gave it go again or 1.
She has 1 floating, I believe, here. So very possible that she used
Frostlock,
Voltaire. Yeah.
yeah, Frostlock comes in for 3. I want to say unbuffed, and a Weave Ice is also 3.
It's a red weave ice, I believe. So yeah, it should be 3 more. Um,
It definitely has
I guess
Dominate. I
we'll
know that's
see.
part of the Weave Ice.
That's part of the
If you fuse it, yeah,
fuse.
if you fuse with an ice card, yeah, if you fuse your next card with ice, it gains Dominate off Weave Ice.
Yeah. So
So it definitely
Oliver here
gets
blocking
Dominate
for 3
with Crackle, yeah, because of the
with a
Dominate.
crackle.
Decides not to push any armor here. I mean, the
Oh, that
Frostlock ability
makes,
is
yeah.
the Frostlock
So
ability is actually quite good, especially for
yeah.
slowing down the opposing
So they
turn because
cannot
everything's gonna
play or
cost 1. Any 0 cost, I
any
think.
0 costs, exactly. Yeah. Any
Yeah,
0 costs, I believe, are unplayable, right?
you, maybe you can't pitch,
You can't
block, or
pitch block or
yeah,
play them, maybe, but yeah. Either way, 0 cost for against Briar. It's a great card to play.
it
So it
is.
went off
She's going
Oliver.
to yeah,
Yeah.
Oliver, he's going to take a little bit of damage here. She actually ended up having a fair amount of blues, and so she ended up just pitching it all for Shock Charmers. And so
Yeah.
Oliver's going to go down to 34.
Which
It's
makes
quite nice
sense why he took
because,
6 damage. Yeah.
exactly, yeah, it's quite nice because Shock Charmers allows you to use those extra resources that you have stuck in your hand after you like three of a kinded. Maybe you can't really
Right.
do as
Yeah.
much with them.
It's a good
And it
point.
adds an
Yeah.
extra instance of damage. And so for things like Chilling Ice Vein, it will multiply that
Proc
effect because that's a
the
separate
on
source. Yeah,
hits.
that's a separate source of damage, and
Yeah.
you'd have to pay an additional one, an additional one, an additional one kind of thing.
Right. Right. All right. Well,
It
let's
looks
see
like
what Oliver
Oliver just
does.
passed. He
Yeah.
just
So I think with the
passed. I think he
frost
has all
lock
0
got him.
costs.
Yeah. I mean, as
Yeah,
Briar, what can you expect?
yeah.
Okay. We
He
are
is
using
playing.
Alexi.
He is playing the Lightning Briar list,
Right.
and so he will have. It's not because if people are thinking he's playing like the Earth list.
Right. Right.
He is not, and so he will be getting a
Okay.
Frostbite
Yep.
after Yuki flips over that Ice Quake. Very,
Yep.
very good card.
Okay. We got pitch for Icequake. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent
Pitching
card.
a Amulet, Frost Amulet,
That's right. Yeah.
and that Ice Quake. Oh, double trouble
Okay. Into Sleep Dart.
into Sleep Dart. So Ice Quake will
Yeah.
be able to buff Sleep Dart twice. I think it's a red Sleep Dart comes
It's
in
hard to see with
for
the glare, but I believe it was red from the previous turn. Seems to be
red.
9
So
damage here. So I believe it might have been 2 red ice quakes,
or a red
possibly.
and a blue.
Oh, sorry. They each. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. It's 5 plus
Yeah,
3 plus 1. Yeah. So
yeah. I
9.
think it's 5 plus 3 plus 1, 9. There is the on hit. Is a create a Frostbite on hit, I believe,
Yeah, I
for the
believe
Ice
you're right.
Quake.
Yeah, yeah,
So it would be 2 Frostbites on hit,
yeah.
and I
Undominated
believe
though,
Ice
so this could be blocked.
undominated. Yeah, there was no Weave. Well, because Weave Ice to give it dominate, like it can't because you can't fuse Sleep Dart. There's not that many ways for Lexi to actually give a
Right.
Sleep Dart dominate. I don't think.
Yeah, I think there's probably no way actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, not deciding to not run the Shiver here, which makes sense. Voltaire is a hell of a drug, and so
Oh yeah.
the little
Adjusting the
camera
camera.
adjustment for
Yeah.
us, perfect.
He's going for full
He's
block.
got full
That is full. No, that was, I believe,
with the skull cap.
the weave might be 2. Oh, Snatch is definitely 2 block, right? So
Yeah, it's 2 2 3 2. So
yeah,
she is blocking 9 total.
there we go.
He doesn't have any embodiments because he didn't do anything on his turn, so he
Nope.
can't get any embodiments.
That's
So
right. Okay.
he's going to.
So Briar blocking that much is a pretty big deal, I'd say, because you are the aggressive deck. So if you're blocking,
It looks
something's going
like
wrong. He's just pitching
he's pitching.
for Rosetta for 2. Yeah,
Yeah, because he had to get over the frostbite ice quake
good point.
before.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so a lot of this matchup is going to end up being Yuki trying to slow down and then slow Oliver down and fire arrows at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very, very good at that with the combination of on to create frostbites, chilling ice, take out, and just overall just Oliver's plan of going wide and very down to the ground, as they say, very red line.
Yeah.
Cheap and wide, very red deck kind of associated here. So
Okay, so we see
looks like
again
Yuki
revealing. Is that Weave
Weave
Ice?
Ice.
It's a Weave
Yeah.
Ice to gain a Frostbite token.
Yeah, these Weave Ices are really, really strong because it's such a good ability to be able to give something dominate while fusing it.
Yeah.
And the buff making it very strong. More likely to hit. So for things like a Weave Ice into a Chilling Ice Vein, it's just so good because that
Right.
chilling will then come in for like 8.
Yeah.
8 go again, and then you fuse it, and then it has dominate, and you know it's hitting. It's quite good.
Yeah. Weave Ice is a powerhouse of a card.
Is very good. She's just looking at her. She's reassessing her options in life. Looks like her tuning's at 2. So
Yeah, so can't use it yet. We are seeing Remorseless. Okay, so here we're going with Remorseless. I believe it is 5. Okay.
yeah. So she just
6.
buffed it with Voltaire.
That was
yeah.
it.
She just
Yeah.
buffed the 5. Yeah. It came in for 5, but she buffed the Voltaire. Buffed it with Voltaire before she fired it. So it's coming with 6. No go again.
Okay.
Which is fair because she does only have Weave Ice. She has 1 card in hand. I assume if she wanted to go a more go again strategy, she would put the Bolton shot,
Mm-hmm.
give it +1, go again,
Into Remorseless.
put Remorseless in, give
Yeah.
it +1. So I imagine she has probably another red card in hand because she doesn't have the resources
Couldn't
to
afford
play
it.
it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Remorseless. You can see
I
how
imagine, 'cause-
heavily her deck is kind of stacked against Briar's with all of these arrows that just completely disrupt Briar's plans.
yeah. She just has Lightning Press, so
I mean,
who cares, right?
she just knew that Briar was going to be a prominent matchup or match rather in Nationals. So her deck is just fine tuned to be able to just stop Briar in its tracks, and we're seeing it very effectively here with 2 arrows that just like stomp on Briar's plans. We did get a plunder run from Arsenal, so that's nice. I guess that was stowed away for a good 3-4 turns, I think, or 3 turns minimum.
Yeah, the Frostbite makes it a bit awkward, so he's pitching the Force of Nature blue
Yeah.
to be able to play that plunder run.
Yeah.
He's going to take 1 because of Remorseless. I think it's every
action you play.
Action? Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's going to take
here we
another
go for
one, I
more.
imagine. Oh,
Was that a
flips
pulse?
the pulse.
That was a
Yeah,
pulse,
flips
yeah.
the pulse. A little unlucky.
That was probably one of the higher cost cards in the deck.
Yeah.
Which would mean coming for 3+3, so 6, I believe, on the Rabble.
Yep.
Yeah, Yuki with a very heavy life lead right now against Briar. That is exactly where you want to be.
No, I agree. It's definitely. I mean, he does have the on hit, and he does have some cards.
Yeah.
Yuki's just gonna take it. I think
Take
that
the
he
6.
put the life the wrong. I think he put the life the wrong way there. Maybe
Didn't
not.
he might have increased her health a bit. No, I think it's 30. No, I think we're good. She was at 30.
Oh, it's 30. Oh, this is
36,
zero.
down
This is
to
the 0
30.
kind of looks like an 8.
It does, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think he's got it correct there. So 23 to 30 right now in Yuki's favor.
Draws a card off Plunder Run.
Right, yeah. So Yuki kind of giving that
See what
to
he can
him.
do.
Not very afraid.
I imagine she has a pretty solid hand. Maybe like a 3 of a kind hand or like a Chilling Ice Vein hand.
Could be, yeah. With a Weave Ice in Arsenal, you kind of want to go a bit bigger, I think, because you can do so much more with it. But we'll see what Oliver has.
That makes sense.
He's kind of considering.
He can do a couple things. He does have the tunic counter up, but he also still has floating because he had to pitch a blue for the.
Yeah, that's probably more than he needs in the entire turn, pretty much. Two's probably all he needs. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of cards that would be nice here. Like, he has 3, some kind of attack action, like a snatch or.
Yes. He drew the pulse, of course. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he drew the pulse for the Rav, because the Rabble just showed last turn that he has a pulse.
Yeah. So we're gonna go fetch 2 cards here, putting them back on top.
So they can be elemental cards, earth,
lightning,
or lightning. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we're seeing the lightning, the Weave Lightning, sorry, and the Arcanic.
Yeah, the Weave Lightning and the Arcanic. Yeah. So very good cards
Stacking his
together
turn.
because Weave Lightning, Weave Lightning can. So he's probably gonna play the Arcanic and fuse it with the
Yeah, I'm
Weave, I
thinking that.
imagine.
Yeah, and maybe play the. Well, it depends if he has
Oh,
another lightning card.
he's get a Rosetta because
Okay.
if his last card, if he has 3 cards and his last card is a Lightning, and you play Weave Lightning and then you fuse Arcanic, it gains Go Again anyways. But like
Okay.
I think that's too much Go Again. He's just gonna Arsenal Pass. It looks like.
Yeah, yeah. Stacking his hand for next turn. Does have one
Looks like he
embodiment of
gets the
Earth.
embodiment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his embodiment of Lightning's gone, I
He
think.
might have just played. No, I think he played. He played Pulse and ended his turn, right? Oh no, he attacked with Rosetta.
So he attack with Rosetta.
He
Not actually
did.
sure.
I guess we'll find out. I feel like it should be gone, but I don't know if it triggers off Rosetta. I think it only triggers off attack action cards,
Oh,
possibly.
sorry. You're sorry. Long day. Attack
Yeah,
actions. That's true.
yeah. So it might still be there correctly.
Mhm.
So we see the Weave Ice into. Can you see what that is? That is
I think it's a
a
Blizzard Bolt.
Blizzard Bolt. Yeah,
Yeah. So that creates a Frostbite on hit. I want to say
and she did fuse it. So
she fused it.
we
Yeah.
are
So
dominated
it'll
on
gain Dominate. Yeah.
eight damage dominate here.
Yeah. It's gonna be a 5+3 because it's a red Weave Ice
Right,
and
that
a
makes
red
sense.
Blizzard Bolt. Yeah.
All red, baby.
All red, all day, all the
Okay.
time. However, unless you need resources.
Yeah.
But we'll
So Oliver's got a
see.
stacked turn coming up with his lightning, embodiment of lightning, plus the 2 cards he put on top with the pulse. So here we're not
Mhm.
really sure, if he should be blocking this or not. It's dominated anyway, so at this point you might as well just take the full damage, conserve your 1 card to
Yeah.
go extra ham, and
Yeah, because you can't full block without a D react.
and
'Cause you only have
tunic
3
is
armor.
available, I guess, if you need the extra resource. So unfortunately, you can't tunic without paying the frostbite first, if I understand that correctly. So
That is, yeah. If
yeah,
you can't,
so you're pitching
you have to
regardless.
pay to use it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, I don't think he has a frostbite at the moment. But
but
like
if
for his
this
next
does
turn, if he
hit,
had one, yeah,
and I'm assuming
yeah,
this will hit, and if the on hit is to create a frostbite, I think he can't stop this regardless. In total, he has 1 block with Skullcap, 2 block with the Grasp, and 1 Tunic, which you don't really want to use this early anyway. So an impossible block, I feel here. But he's going to block probably one of the cards that he can't actually use very effectively on his turn.
hmm
And with the Embodiment of Earth up, you could mitigate 1 extra damage here, so might be worth using.
yeah. She also might just shock charmers this,
For
possibly
double,
depending on what he
yeah,
blocks with.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you use Shock Charmers, you do trigger the on hit twice
hmm Yeah, because it's just another source of
of
damage.
damage, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Oliver taking it back. Not really sure what he wants to do. It's a lot to take in
Yeah.
because you do
Y-
see
y-
the Shock Charmers as a threat. So it's like,
Yeah. He's probably like,
but as I
is
said,
his
I don't
five
think he
card hand
can.
strong enough?
Okay, that was an embolism. Yeah. So I don't even know if he could block this fully. To be honest, dominated
Mhm.
arrow. With not enough block on the equipped. If you had 5 block on the equipped, maybe, but that would sacrifice your tunic. So it's like not really worth doing.
Mhm.
Blocking 3 though. So taking a total of 5 damage. Go with 18.
5 damage and he gets a frostbite.
Yeah, and we'll see if Yuki wants to use. Oh, okay, she's going with bolt and shot.
Yep.
Um, so did
The
not use shock
five
charmers.
go 5 go again, I think.
Yeah, and it was buffed. Was it buffed?
Mhm. Uh,
I guess
yeah, it would
to
be
use
buffed because there's no reason to give it go again because
right.
you buff it and gains go again.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
Mhm. And I think the
you get
Blizzard
both.
Bolt is still active, right? So he would. Is that the one that
That's the one you put on
like Blizzard
top.
Bolt?
Oh,
I'm
I'm
trying to think
sorry.
if
Yeah.
Blizzard Bolt is just itself or it's like. I think the
I think it's
reason
just
why he full
itself.
blocked it. Because why would he full block it if it didn't create a frostbite on hit?
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. You have to have a reason for to block it.
I have to. You know what? I'm just gonna
Pull it
quickly
up real quick. Yeah. Here we're seeing Arcanic. He did not fuse, I believe, because he blocked with Weave Lightning, unfortunately. So we
Mm.
are seeing a pitch. He is pitching the. I'm blanking on the name here. Sorcery.
Sting of Sorcery.
Sting of
Sting of
Sorcery. Thank
Sorcery.
you.
Yeah.
Giving it go
So
again
the
because of
Blizz.
the Lightning embodiment.
Yeah. So the Blizzard Bolt is as I suspected. Whenever unattack deals damage this turn,
Oh
create a
wow.
frostbite.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
why I fully blocked.
That would
I,
show.
I was thinking, I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm pretty sure it's a pretty expensive card, 1 for 5. I think there
Yeah.
was like a pretty good thing on
Yeah.
it.
That's an excellent card. Yeah. Which
Mhm.
explains why he decided to block it, right?
Because he could.
Because he
Because
could.
there was no like weave ice on it,
Yeah.
right? And
Exactly.
so
No
that's
dominate.
definitely a good on hit.
Okay, so here we're going with the Grasp, I believe. He paid 2 for the Grasp to
Mhm.
gain a Rune Chance. It's the only way to gain Rune Chance, I believe, in Briar anyway, so it's a good chance that's what he did.
Yeah, it is
Spent
the only
2.
way to gain
Yeah.
rune chance,
Okay,
but
so got a
to get
successful hit
embodiments
on.
instead.
Yeah. So with his go again though. Okay, yeah. So unfortunately, he had to use the embodiment of lightning here to only to create one rune chance, so it wasn't fully used to its full potential. But he
Yeah,
is
Yuki
getting yeah
revealing an ice quake. It looks like.
yeah. I believe that is correct. So +3 and on hit create frostbite, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So pitching, yeah, pitching one to play it, definitely. Loading another sleep dart.
Sleep are pretty good. Making Briar blank quite nice because then you get no embodiments and you don't really.
Yeah,
They can't. They also can't
and they can't
lightning,
chain
so
off
their
their
turn.
lightnings exactly. So a 5 card hand
Yeah.
becomes a lot less meaningful if you can't use your embodiment of lightning. She is showing. Was that exposed the elements? No, they can't be. That's not an ice
No,
card.
Winter's Bite.
It almost
Winter's
looks
Bite.
like it, but Winter's Bite. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just double checking this. Ice Quake is also whenever unattack hits.
For the
So essentially,
entire
Ice Quake's ability and Blizzard Bolt is the same
the same
ability. It's whenever
ability.
unattack. Yeah. So if you fire something after the Sleep Dart and it hits, it creates 2 Frostbites.
That is awesome.
If you fuse,
For
of
every
course.
attack that chain, right?
Yeah. So if you fuse, the Blizzard Bolt will be active, and so that will create the Frostbite. But Ice Quake, you don't have to fuse. It's just Ice Quake
Yeah.
is just every
You
attack.
just play it every attack. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Whenever attack hits, it
Okay.
creates a Frostbite.
So we're seeing 8 damage being pushed here.
Yeah, Blizzard Bolt is okay. I was just making sure. It's like Blizzard Bolt is when it's fused. Ice Quake is just whatever. So this is 7, not dominated, just 7. This would be 2 Frostbites on hit. He could block with 2/3 blocks and a grasp if he has 2/3 blocks. I'm not even sure he does at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of rare in Briar to have 3 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Most
is
zero
fine because if
costs.
you're aggressive anyway, you don't really care about your blocks unless you want to prevent on
Yeah.
hits. But you know, at the end of the day, you're the one pushing damage. You don't really care too much. Life total doesn't mean much to you as an aggro player.
That's true. You just take it to the face
You
because you
take
can
it,
try to
dish
out
it back
damage
more.
it.
Yeah, dish more back.
Mhm.
So Oliver's thinking here. E strike and
He does have 2/3 blocks.
yeah. Okay, so he managed to block it out, taking blocking it fully.
Nothing.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. You got to use that last skull cap pick. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good use
It's
of
a
that
good time to use it. Yeah,
skull
yeah.
cap. Yeah. The 2 frostbites is so he'd have 3 if he took that one. That
Yeah,
would be
rough.
brutal.
Rough. Not many blues in that deck either, so the extra 3 resources to pay would be pretty much a turn
Yeah.
breaker.
Pretty close game. 18
Yeah.
to 22, all things considered.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of I mean I believe from Yuki's own kind of tellings that she has a deck that's very favored against Briar. And based on her nationals performance, obviously it's very good against Briar, but she's beaten every Briar she's played. I think she mentioned she beat like 20 out of 23 Briars or 21 Briars she's played, so it's a very strong
I think
deck
it was
against Briar.
20 out of 21 or
Something like that.
Is,
Yeah. Judge it from the interview, but
Mhm. Check that interview out if you haven't checked it out.
That's right, on the channel. So here's Twine Lightning. Oh, Twine Lightning, yes, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. Twine Lightning. He's going to pitch up Ball Lightning to get rid of the Frostbite.
Frostbite, yeah, the one Frostbite.
Doesn't look like he fused, so it's just going to be in the 1 and 4 with no go again, unless
Yeah.
he decides to snap for some.
And we do see the damage of the rune chant, I believe, come through. Might not have.
Yes, because she has no arcane
Yeah,
barrier,
she can't
so that's
block
going
it,
to be free damage.
Yeah. Very bold choice to not run Arcane Barrier 1. I'm guessing that's a Lexi thing.
I don't think she needs it because Briar doesn't push that much arcane
True.
compared to Viscerai.
And a lot of it's not really.
Mainly
It
compared
doesn't
to
really
Viscerai.
matter too much if you take it too, because you're not running meet and greets, I assume. So it's like
Yeah.
you don't really care. But when
Yeah,
you get to
like
a point
Rosetta
where you're
is
low
nice.
health, it's like okay, now it's kind of scary because you can't block. But if you're the one pushing pressure, especially with frostbites,
Lexi's-
I think you're pretty safe.
Yeah, Lexi's game plan is not to win by blocking. Lexi's game
Yeah.
plan is to attack and disrupt.
And that's how
And so-
it is against the most aggressive deck in the meta, right? You kind of you can't outblock them. So what do? You fight back. you play to their weaknesses.
You get a bit of a quiver. You reach in there, see what you see, and fire whatever you fire. You know?
That's right.
Maybe there'll be a quiver
Reach
in
in,
Everfest or something
hopefully
like that.
pull out the right arrow, and yeah,
Hopefully you don't pull out your
quiver would
toy
be nice.
arrows.
A quiver would be really nice in Everfest. I can't wait.
I also can't wait.
Every class is going to get something. Pretty much every hero is going to get something, so we can see the meta shifts
Honestly,
in very interesting ways.
I wouldn't even be surprised if the entire set was generic. It'd be the funniest thing ever. Be like, we promise support for everyone, which is all generic.
Well, just
That would
one
be the
generic card
funniest
is
thing.
technically support for everyone, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Every set
It did look
supports everyone.
Yuki flipped the Winter's Bite with Lexi to create a Frostbite, then used
Okay.
Winter's Bite. Then it looks like Oliver discarded a Entwine Lightning, or was that the one he attacked? What did he discard? I don't remember. That's fine.
I think. Okay, we are seeing the Blizzard
What
Bolt
is important is a yellow Blizzard Bolt for 4,
for
fusing
4.
with Blizzard. Blizzard's a really nice card. It doesn't
Mhm.
block, it is an instant, but it just stops Go Again, unless Oliver would be able to pay 2, which isn't easy.
It's not easy as Briar. Yeah, you can just stop a
No.
Ball Lightning almost immediately. Like Ball Lightning.
Yeah, I'd be
Okay,
like, oh,
here you go.
I'll start my 5.
Your
I'll
turn's
start my
over.
5 card hand with I'll start my 5 card hand with Ball Lightning.
Yeah, or a Sting of
you'll
Sorcery.
also-
Sting.
Yeah.
Oh, you're done. So it's like, wow,
Yeah,
it's a really good card. Okay, we're seeing a block for
Like a
3. Looks like a take 1.
block for 3.
Take 1 kind of situation.
Take 1.
Now that just came right through. I could not see at all what she played. Okay,
It was
there
a
we
3
go.
of a kind.
It's a 3 of a kind. Okay, yeah.
And that is very scary. So only 1 pip left on the Voltaire. However, the Sleep Dart is already there, so she'll get at least 2 more arrows if she managed to draw an arrow. I don't know if she had one. Yeah, I don't know if she had one before.
There was a Chilling Ice Vein, so she must have another arrow to play. Absolutely. Remorseless. Okay.
So that will have Go Again, surely.
That's for 5.
For 5 Go Again.
Yeah.
And if she was against a deck that does have D reactions, they would be able to play them from the arsenal. However, the main point is if it hits, it will deal the damage to
deal 1 damage for every action.
Yeah.
And Briar has a go wide deck. You know, you're taking like 3-4 damage if you're just going through with your turn.
Lots of actions.
So we are seeing a full block, I believe. That is a E-Strike plus Arcanic, so block 6. He's like a lot of 3 blocks. I'm very surprised.
Yeah, so Oliver is just deciding to slow down a bit here. So he realizes he's not going to be able to brute force like 5 card hands because he's going to be disrupted a little bit too much.
Yeah, so here we were kind of wondering, is it just going to be Sleep Dart end turn, or is it going to be Sleep Dart maybe plus like, a Lightning Press or something? Actually, Lightning Press can't buff. She
wouldn't. She wouldn't. She could play the Lightning Press, but she wouldn't be able to play it from hand because of 3 of a kind.
Oh, you can't even play. That's right. It's not even just actions. It's just anything. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Really, just an Arsenal pass because I don't know, because unless she had something that reloads like a bolting
I was
shot.
wondering how this got into Arsenal. Yeah, it seems to be the end of turn pretty much. So you were right. So Oliver taking the 4, I believe, or 5 it was. And
it was 5, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So 13-17, here. Still kind of close. Briar on 1 explosive turn could just take it, but I think he didn't have anything to play. He blocked with 3.
Yeah, he blocked with 3 cards. Yep. Yeah. He blocked with 3 cards, drew 3 up. I mean, I think 13, you're getting pretty low, and you have no tempo.
Yeah, it's a bit rough.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah. Endless Arrow, okay. Scary card.
Not an element card, but still a good card.
Still a great card, yeah. Chilling Ice Vein as well.
Chilling Ice Vein.
So we're going to
that is even better card. She's going to fuse that, I think.
There's a fuse, yeah. Icequake, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, I think she runs the full playset of Icequakes, or close to it. She runs the yellows and reds and blues, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I believe she does run a lot. We've also seen a lot of Icequakes this game. At least 4
every
or
hand,
5,
pretty much.
Like that.
Yeah.
And so this is only a yellow chilling, so it's only 4. However, there is pressure onto this because if it hits, the effect is quite strong. It is the one where you have to pay 1 or discard a card, which is Winter's Bite blue in a Chilling Ice Vein.
Yeah.
You just get the ability, right?
Yeah. It's an excellent on hit. And as Briar, you're pretty much going to be blocking, or rather discarding a card, because paying 1 is the same thing as discarding a card.
Yeah, Oliver doesn't have any armor left. Well, he has a tunic, but he doesn't have anything other than a tunic that can help him block for 4.
So this might be a double block here. 2 cards from hand.
Double block. The issue with the double block is that he knows Endless Arrow is coming, and then he might not want
another double block. Yeah. You probably take the 4 here, discard 1 card, double block the Endless Arrow. We'll find out what he chooses to do.
Looks like she's good at Shock Charmer. So this is pretty. This is a pretty nice.
That is rough.
Combo. Yeah, because it just makes it's just another source of 1.
If you
so he's going to be taking 5.
Discard 1 card. Yeah, and he has to discard 2 now, or pay 2, or any combination that he wants. Right.
Pay 2, which in Briar is like almost okay.
So he has a sting. He had a sting, so he was able to pay 2. Yeah. I think
Is
that's
she
a,
gonna
that was,
play a
that was a
channel like
channel.
Frigid?
Yeah, a channel like Frigid. So
That might be just game
just
right there, I
locking him
think.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. So she has two ice cards in this case. So she just has Spellworms in the bottom. And if she can get that to last one more turn after this, I
Yeah.
think she just clinches it right there.
A high health lead right now with channel is just it's like so oppressive, right? Because tempo,
Mhm.
you can't even get back tempo really with like 3 or 6 damage here. She can just soak it up and keep Lake Frigid on the board, and then come back with something even
Yep.
stronger on her turn. So I think that there's like very little that Oliver can do in this case
Yeah.
to come back into the
Imagine
game.
she like plays an ice quake, then plays three of a kind or
Yeah,
something.
I
And
know.
it's just over at that point.
Yeah,
It's like I don't like or like a weave ice. Like I don't even know what he'd be able to do at that point.
yeah. So we can see kind
Unless
of,
he just whiffs.
or she whiffs exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are seeing how oppressive the Slexi deck is against the Lightning Briar variant.
Yeah.
Ice
So
being
it
very
is.
disruptive.
It's Oliver's turn. He doesn't have any frostbites, so this might be. Well, there's the
Yeah.
channel, of
I mean,
course, but
channel's
other than that,
worse than a frostbite, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so
Snatch is gonna
pitching, he
pitch
had
a
red
nimblism.
nimblism. You would have loved to play that with the snatch, unfortunately.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's possible if he has like a lightning press in arsenal, then he pays,
that
pitches a
might be it.
card, snatches hit, he can reset his arsenal. I don't know what he would have in arsenal that he would want to change at this point, but
You
oh,
called it,
there,
yeah.
oh,
Lightning press.
well,
He
there
did
you
pay
go.
for
There's the
it.
lightning press. Yeah, he did pay
She did
for
not.
it.
She did not block. So that's 7 damage coming through to 10, I believe. He will draw a
Yep.
card, so he will have an arsenal card. Luckily, created the
Yep. There's an
embodiment, of
embodiment.
course. Now
Yep.
draw a card in arsenal, probably. Yeah,
You arsenal like everything here,
anything
other
can
than a
be.
blue.
I mean, even
Other than a
Sting,
blue, I
even
think.
Sting could be arsenal, probably.
Yeah, he did. He did pitch one. I think he had one earlier in the game, maybe. So
Yeah,
he might not have that many blues, anyways. But
right. Well, we'll see what he arsenaled. Even Sting, you're right, is a bit risky because of the channel like Frigid. You might want to keep it for your next hand, but not much you can really keep. I think against this kind of pressure. We got Icequake coming back for the 20th time,
yeah, this mountain is getting crushed at the moment with all these
and
ice
that
quakes here. It looks
was
like a winter's
a.
bite.
It might have been Frostlock.
Oh, is it
It
Frostlock?
might be
Oh,
Frostlock.
she's fusing. She's fusing. So there's. I guess it can't be. Oh, there it is
Yeah, it
Frostlock.
is a Frostlock. Okay, so again, what are we looking at? 7 damage dominated, or not? Not dominated, I guess, because of
Yeah,
Icequake.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is because of.
Oh, no, I'm
No, it's not
sorry.
dominant. It's
I'm
not.
thinking
You're
of
thinking of
Weave
Weave
Ice.
Ice.
I'm thinking of Weave Ice.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not
It's
dominated, but
7. If it hits, creates a frostbite,
and zero
and if it
costs pretty
hits,
much can't be
no
played
zero cost. Yeah,
or
no
pitched
zero
or
cost.
anything. So
Yeah.
yeah, that is not what you want to see. It wasn't dominated like you said. So he did manage to block fully, I believe.
Yeah, he's lost for 6 here with 3 cards.
Yeah, they're each 2. Yeah. Now we're seeing Endless
You
Arrow come
you
in.
can't let it hit. I think you just take that endless arrow. I don't see how he can
Did she
how he
Voltaire?
can
No, she
block this.
Voltaired to give go again. The Frostlock will go again
Yeah.
probably. So
Yep.
it is going to be 4 damage. No way to give it go again, unfortunately, for Yuki.
She's gonna use the tunic
She will use the
for
Voltaire
Voltaire.
to arsenal the card. Yeah, and pass her turn.
Yeah, she'll use Voltaire, put the
Or
endless
to
arrow
reload,
in.
I should say. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because he did take the 4. So he went from 8 to 4. She got the endless arrow back to hand.
yeah.
She used her tunic counter to Voltaire the endless arrow back. Because she Voltaired the endless arrow, she got the second
The
arsenal
extra
slot,
arsenal
the
slot. Yeah,
Horizon.
New Horizon. Broken card.
It's
Or
almost it's almost as
break
it's
card.
almost if like she knows how to play this deck.
Yeah.
And I know it's a
It's
shocking
almost as
theory
if
here
she's the national champion
on this deck.
on this deck. You're right.
Is she
We're
gonna
seeing
crack
perch.
the
We're seeing
perch?
perch being cracked. So
Wow.
that is a +1. I forget how
It,
perch
it, it
works.
gives arrow. It gives all arrows go again. I think.
Oh, it's the go again. Yes. Okay.
I think I could be thinking of breeze riders. Honestly, maybe.
Breeze Rider gives
before
combo +1.
Yeah. No, it gives combos go again.
Go
I
again.
think.
Okay.
The
We don't
Perch
play.
Gra-
We
I've
don't
never
play these
seen-
cards. So
I've never seen perch grapplers actually used.
let's see what it does. So coming in now with Endless Arrow.
Until the end of the turn, face up arrows played from Arsenal gain go again. No, so
Okay,
I was
you
right.
called
They
it, yeah,
do
yeah.
they do gain go again. I
So-
think that's maybe a trend with some of the crew leg pieces.
Yeah, just the go
Like,
again.
They all just give go again to specific cards. In this case, it is face up. It is in the Arsenal, so Endless
Blizzard
Arrow gets to go
Bolt.
again.
So he blocked the Endless Arrow fully for 4 there. We can see it with the
So she just,
the
I guess,
plunder
she
and
just
the
loaded.
entwine.
You just loaded and buffed.
Yeah, that seems what she did. Yeah.
Oh, she just won because he doesn't have a blocking card.
Oh, lightning press. Unfortunately.
He has lightning press and ball lightning, so she just comes in with Blizzard Bolt and just wins.
Oh, wow.
Because he has only Tunic, so he can only block for 1, and he takes 5.
Wow.
Wow.
What a way to finish it.
I mean,
Intense
to be
game.
fair, bringing her to 10 was still pretty good, I think.
He put up a fight.
All things
I was going to
considered.
say, like, 4 to 10. I mean, the problem was that tempo was just in her favor for the last, like, I don't know how many turns. She was just, like, cutting him up. I mean, he couldn't play a card at all. I think he just passed his turn 3 times in a row there.
He couldn't
like
buy a turn sometimes, and he
Yeah.
really did try. So I think the channel was quite good. The frostbites were quite good. I think the key card, the key standout card to me was Icequake. I mean, holy moly.
Yeah.
Does that card
MVP.
just like scream pressure?
Yeah.
Running the full set is just, it's one of those cards where like you can run the full set if you wanted to, because it's just such a good card. It is a rare.
Of it being clunky at all. You just kind of put it in Arsenal. You can flip it with Lexi, give a frostbite.
I mean,
play it.
Yeah, the thing is, you have to be careful. You have to be careful with your ratios because it is not an arrow. It doesn't attack. So
That's
like
true.
that's the only thing there is like, well, make sure you have enough arrows, right? So if you draw a whole bunch of Icequakes with no arrows,
I remember
it only blocks for 2.
mentioning that she does run more arrows than average in her deck. I think she runs about 30 to 35 arrows in that deck. So
I imagine she's scared after watching people just whiff.
Yeah.
On 3 of a kind. She just doesn't want to be in that situation, which I totally get.
Yeah. But wow, I mean,
was there another key card you can think of other than the Icequake?
I'm trying to think of something on the Briar side, but like nothing really that stood out. I mean, he did not catch a break there.
He did some nice sustained damage, but there wasn't really anything that was like
Frostlock. As one card that I'll point out is just excellent against Briar.
On the Lexi side, yeah.
Sorry, jumping back to Lexi. There was like nothing you can do if
the star of the show, the card of the game was the Lexi deck, essentially. No, I'm just kidding.
The whole deck, yeah, every card in there.
I will note her first Frostlock essentially shut down Oliver's turn. I remember Oliver just passed with a hand or something like that. That's like the kind of card where
3 cards or something.
Yeah, he had a couple cards. He definitely had some cards.
It wasn't like a full block pass. It was like he took it and passed.
Yeah.
So
I honestly can't think of any cards in Oliver's deck that actually cost more than 0, to be honest with you.
Costs more than 0? Rosetta.
Yeah, well, in the deck. On the field, Rosetta.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Because if you run like CNC, but like I don't know if he brought CNC in this matchup because we didn't see any.
We saw 2 E-strikes.
We didn't CNC.
We didn't see CNC.
Anyways, so
we'll cut that out later. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm editing this one. No cuts. I'm getting that one a timestamp. So it was a really good game. I think those were the only major cards. I did like the use of Shock Charmers there to add a little bit more spice, a little bit more on hits. She used it once to create another Frostbite, I think.
Yeah, it was 2 Frostbites. And once again, I believe for something. Maybe, what was it? She used it twice. Maybe just to push damage. She went from like 5 to 6 damage with no on hits, I think. It was chilling. It was chilling. You're right.
He actually pitched Sting and just got around it.
You're right.
Which is fine.
Which we were like, he wasn't gonna be able to get around it, but then 1 blue kind of.
I do love the fact that she perched grapplers for game. So perched grapplers is a super like underutilized card.
Yeah.
Because it's a blade break. So most people just block it for 2 and call it a day. But she actually
it is one of the better blocking boots out there. You would run that over.
Snaps.
I guess over the snaps, exactly. Yeah.
But the key is like she had the arrow face up and it turned it like usually you need Voltaire to give it go again.
Right.
However, with perch grapplers, you can turn a double arrow arsenal, which is usually not a great idea, into like magic.
Into a great idea. Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
Because everything face up gains go again. So you'd be able to fire endless arrow. She had another arrow. She flips it with Lexi, fires that gains go again.
Yeah.
Right. And then she can Voltaire because she hasn't used Voltaire yet.
Right.
Pitch. And so that's how you make a big hand really, really big. That's how you get maximum value. That's the dream.
That's how you close out games.
That is how you, like, obviously that's like you go so unbelievably wide. You're Briar now.
That's right.
There is no
look at me.
There is no Lexi. Look at me. The Briar now.
Awesome.
That was kind of a nice showcase into this finals match. And Yuki did end up winning like she did in the actual Canadians.
Right, so the what if scenario led back to the same outcome. Yeah.
Spark of Genius Championship, congratulations.
Yeah, 1 of 1.
We should totally, that's a great idea for a video. I gotta think of that later. Spark of Genius Championship. Anyways, so appreciate everybody watching. please please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We have our sweepstakes going on. Please do this before the end of December, as we will be rolling it for all our subscribers that have liked and commented on your favorite videos so far in 2021 and what video you'd like to see in 2022. So that's still going on. We are also releasing a couple special videos that we haven't done much of, so look out for that. And please, if you haven't already, if you'd like to follow our Twitter, and we do upload to Spotify our discussions and interviews. So if you don't like that pesky YouTube closing the video on you, as we all on your phone, you're just watching a video and you close it and then it's gone. You're just trying to listen to your couple of your favorite podcasters / YouTubers, but that is how it goes. So check that out if you haven't already. Other than that, I think we're good. So appreciate everybody watching this. If you like these commentary videos, this is the first one we've uploaded. This is kind of how we created this channel.
How we started talking together. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Pretty much. People really enjoyed it. So we're kind of going back to that a little bit. If you enjoy this kind of video, feel free to let us know, and then we'll make more of them. That's how this works. We do it for the viewers. Do it for the memes and the viewers.
The memes,
and
primarily.
Primarily the memes, but the viewers sometimes too. And with that, have a happy holidays, a happy new year, a happy whatever you'd like to have, and we'll see you in the next video.